Hi guys, so today's video is going to be completely different than anything I think I've ever done. It's going to be a recipe. So if you've ever seen my channel, yes, I've shown things here and there of what I eat or what I make, but never like just a recipe video. And it's even surprising to me because I didn't know I could do this. This is actually, well, let's just say the third time I'm going to bake this, and it's surprisingly easy. As long as you follow instructions, that's really it. So we are going to be making a chocoflan, which is basically chocolate cake mixed with a flan. Now it's not mixed together, there's still two layers, but you will see what I mean. And it is really, really good. Yes, it's not the healthiest option, but why not? I mean, it's good. So don't feel guilty because it's going to be really good. Now, if you're like me, I don't really cook. I didn't think I was good at it because I'd never really done it, but don't be afraid. If you mess up, keep going. I will show you my first two cakes that I did, so you can see that maybe the first time it won't be perfection, but I did it again and it was actually really good, and then we'll see what happens today. Alright, so for the cake mix, which is what we're going to start with, I chose this brand right here, which says it's super moist. It's a triple chocolate fudge. It's just a cake mix, and the ingredients you're going to use will depend on the box itself, obviously. So in this case, I'm going to need water, 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. Now I just have a mixing bowl right here, and I'm going to make sure you measure exactly what it says, because that's the key to baking. You want to make sure everything is measured exactly the way it's said to do it. And I'm going to use a hand mixer. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the cake. Now, first step here for the cake is to preheat your oven. Now it has preheat instructions here of, depending on the mold you're going to use, what temperature to set it at. So mine is going to be a non-stick pan, and it is going to be set at 325 degrees. Alright, so this is the type of bowl I'm going to be using. You don't necessarily have to use this, but this is the one I will be using. And then of course for your pan you need your butter or non-stick spray. This is in butter flavor, just so that obviously you don't, even though it's non-stick, it's much better so your cake or whatever you're baking does not get stuck on a pan. Alright, so start with the fun part here. So now I'm going to mix it until everything is nice and smooth. There is no lumps in there. Of course, it's going to be chocolate chips, so you're going to have some lumps, but that's the chocolate chips, not the mix itself. Alright, so once you're done mixing, it should look something like this. As you can see, there's a little, it looks like it has some lumps because of the chocolate chips, but everything is nice and mixed in, and we're going to go ahead and put this aside. Okay, so for the caramel part, we're going to need a cup of sugar, just cane sugar, water, and lime. Just a few drops is all we're going to need. It is on medium heat right now, and we're going to add the full cup of sugar. And then just 2 tablespoons of water. There we go. We'll start moving this around. Make sure all the sugar is wet. Now at some point the sugar is going to turn into crumbs again before before it turns out to be caramel. So that will be completely fine and normal. I'm going to go ahead and put my heat down a little bit so we can start on the flan part. And I'm going to add just a few drops of wine. That's it. So as you can see here, it kind of dried out again and it's lumping, but that is completely normal. So don't freak out if you see that it's hard again. That is the process before it starts to melt and convert into your caramel. So that is completely normal. Okay, so for our flan part, here is everything I need. We're going to need just a blender, some Philadelphia cheese. We're going to use 1/3 of it. It is condensed sweetened milk, which I use this brand because I'm Mexican, we use this. And then evaporated milk and 4 eggs. Now, last but not least, we're going to use a little bit of vanilla. Okay, so while we do all this, do not forget about your caramel. So make sure you stir your sugar constantly so that it doesn't burn. Now I'm just going to blend all this together, and remember your caramel is alright. So my caramel is done, and I'm going to spray my pan with this butter flavor non-stick spray. Now I like to use my fingers and just kind of go around the pan to make sure it gets everywhere. You don't have to do this, it's just me. Here is my caramel all done. It looks something like this. So again, once it goes solid, keep mixing it and it will turn into caramel. And I'm going to put this caramel in the pan. Spread. I want to be able to spread all the caramel. Now careful because the pan's going to get hot. So once we have the caramel all in there, I'm going to go ahead and put 3/4 of it. I'm not going to put everything because again, I don't want it to be overwhelming on the mix. So I'm going to put most of it in there. The rest I'm going to bake separately. And then right on top, don't be scared, right on top. Sorry, I was looking because my camera's flashing. But anyway, right on top, go ahead and pour your flan mix. See, look, a little bit on top, that's completely fine. What's going to happen, the flan mix, it's going to go down all the way to the bottom, and then you're going to have your cake right on top, basically. So for the caramel, so that it doesn't burn or anything, we're going to do this in a water bath, basically. So if you have just a container like this, I'm going to go ahead and put like half, I'm going to fill it with half of water. Okay, so it has half water here. I'm going to bring my pan into the water, cover it up, and I'm going to leave this in for 40 minutes, and then I'm going to check on it. So what I did last time after the 40 minutes, I went and checked and see how it was, and I brought the heat up to 350 instead of 325 just for the last part of it. And it might take off the aluminum foil at that point, so the cake has still more room to kind of, expand more a little bit. But for now, we're going to leave it in there at 325 for 40 minutes, and then we'll see how it goes. Here's the end result. It's still hot, and all that you can see, all those dots are actually chocolate chips from the mix. So just let it cool, and you should be good to go. Thank you so much for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will make more of this type of videos. Subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Rode the wind, felt the rush, nothing else.